Katrina. Good evening, beloved graduates, family, friends, VSS staff, guests, other important guests, and well, if you don't fall into one of these categories, you're in the wrong place. This Buccaneer vessel has limited exits here, there, and a large exit at the back should you need them. It was at the end of last year when my class voted me valedictorian. I remember the day. It was June 15th. Most of you were suffering from heat stroke. No, I'm just kidding. It was a few days before that, and then on June 15th we found out. During those few days, I had figured out a way to tamper with the results of the vote. Yes, I know it was wrong, but it's too late now. I've already started my speech, and... Wait, it's not too late? I still got my diploma, right? If I apologize, can I still finish my speech? Okay. I'm sorry. Good? Cool beans? Okay. Now, Bucks. It was a long time ago when we embarked on this journey of epic proportion. You were just leaving the house in that new back-to-school outfit, and then your mom calls your name. Evan! What, Mom? I'm trying to be independent on my first day of high school. Have a great day at school, sweetie. Well, that's what it was like for me. That moment was a long time ago, and a lot has changed. It was right around this time of year when we started making friends in grade 9. The leaves were changing colors, and I was in Rotary Tech class. One of our assignments was to rake the leaves. Me and my friend, Austin Blake, had a huge pile of leaves. But we wanted to spice things up a bit. So we moved our huge pile of leaves over to the now open storm drain. We did not make any friends that day, but that doesn't mean that we're not friends now. Near the end of grade 9, there was a shortage of girls in high school. And I soon found out this was because the girls' varsity rugby team had missed school to go to offsite. In grade 10, me and the boys started boys rugby again. We were zone champions. Going to OFSA the following year was one of the highlights of my high school career, besides right now. I laughed the whole bus ride home for 2.5 hours. And I cannot forget the great times we had. I don't know who can forget the smell of stink bombs in the hallway in 10th grade, because it always happened all the time. We would have all starved of appetite loss if, okay, I should do that, whatever. We put the fun back in fundraising with Movember, with our mustaches and girls not shaving their legs. Can you guys remember BSS dances? For those who don't know, it's a bunch of sweaty teenagers in a small gym in the dark. The good thing about our class is that there's no way to forget what year it is, what grade we were in. In 2009, we were in grade 9. And then when we were in grade 12, it's 2012, so we graduate. Okay. So the last 4 years have changed you in a good way. I thought that sports teams and clubs and extracurriculars were just to help the time pass, but they actually helped shape you into who you are today. Whether it was skills competitions, or the theater, music, sports, reach, floral club, or anything else, you all found something that you liked and were good at. Mr. Schulte once said, "Life is a balancing act, and I may not be able to make it tonight." It looks like it did. I don't know why I'm valedictorian. I'm definitely not as smart as most of you. I do college math with triangles, and I don't know what calculuses and vectors are. I cannot remember whether I failed the literacy test twice or once. Unlike most of you, I've never held a job. Mrs. McNeil, I have not the slightest clue about how to read music or anything like that. I think you know that from my exams. Thank goodness most of the marks in that class were practical. In the tech classes, the teachers always gave the more challenging projects to the more qualified people. In sports, I played the bench most of the time. Just because you're on the team doesn't mean that you play the field. So as you can see, I'm the perfect example. I'm the perfect example of how much better all you guys are than me. I'm supposed to be representing you. Each of you has your individual talents. I just haven't found mine yet. Now some of you may be asking yourselves, is he making fun of himself to make me look better? The answer is maybe. But the truth is, I'm willing to do anything to show you your potential. But I'm not done with me yet. There's something else about me you should know. I've never actually had a legitimate girlfriend. Now, a girlfriend to me is someone you can confide in and plays a supportive role in your life. I never needed one because I had tons of support from my family, my friends, my teachers, and my class. You were there when I needed someone to talk to. You were there to listen to my stories before school, in between first and second, during lunch, in between third and fourth, after school, and then on Facebook in the evening. But I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to inspire you by talking about me. Before you write a speech, you're supposed to have a topic or topics picked out beforehand so that you can have a point of focus for your audience. I, however, did not do this. Most of my speech was written backwards, and it's all messy, and some of it I made up as I went along. Some parts I just scrapped completely and started over, and sometimes I needed a little help. I had to change the direction it was going on multiple occasions. My speech is exactly like life. There are a million different ways I could have taken this, and there are a million different paths for you guys to take. If you came back to high school to get that one credit you needed for college or university, and what you want to do eventually, then that was the right choice, and I'm proud of you. If you went straight into the workforce, I'm proud of you. If you plan on going to school for 7 more years to become a doctor because it's your dream job, I'm extremely proud of you. If we all had stuck, if you change your mind about your path, that's okay too. If we all stuck with our first dreams, the world would be filled with cowboys and princesses. You need to do what you like, what you're good at, and what makes you happy. You will know you're on the right path when you're giving it all that you've got and doing it to the best of your ability. Remember, it's not what your parents want you to do, but there is one exception. If you decided to take a year off and are currently living in your parents' basement, you have to do what they say. For those of you who don't have kids living in their basements, don't worry, they'll be back. And to the kids, enjoy the home-cooked meals this weekend and the free laundry. Now, Mrs. Anaval just texted me saying that there will be refreshments in the small gym in Wing 1. But first, I would like to finish with a song that I wrote this morning. Like, actually, check, check. Okay, I'll sing right into it. You guys are so great, I cannot fathom what you will become now that you're adult. Construction workers, doctors, nurses, people that they drive the hearses, mathematicians and physicians, CEOs with big positions, psychiatrists, pharmacists, alchemists, economists, therapists, zoologists, receptionists, and I think you get the gist of this. Graduating class, we did it.